Good move over. I don't know. I don't have a transition for this. Motion blur. Or whatever that was. You know what? During the first round of Ku5ogrande, we are doing Iron GMs. That means that the players were able to choose one out of their 3 GMs that they were presented with. If both of the players chose the same person, then that means they ended up with that person. If they chose different people, they ended up with the one that neither of them chose, which generally makes people so angry. You know, yeah. You can expect GMs to show up in here saying swears like butts. Yeah. So hopefully we don't have any of that today. Well, the first GM who was chosen today, by the way, to be in this list of 3, we had Iron GM. You thought I'd be Iron GM Robocup, but that was last year's thing, so I'm not. Corndan. We also had our second GM, Iron GM Regrettable eBay Purchase, not Blasphemous Roar, despite how many times I want to put him as this one. Fell Temp. And our third GM, I Can Afford Burritos, it's me. Well, you know, we had some pretty good votes. All the votes are good, all of them. The first one, Yagamoth, decided to vote for me. Yagamoth, you are the best. Okay, let me just tell you. Second player decided to vote for Iron GM Regrettable eBay Purchase, which means that Corndan is the person who is choosing the first game. Yeah, that's right. You know, I love the burritos, but Yagamoth, if I had a burrito for every time you voted for me, I would be so happy. Hello, Corndan.
You would have a burrito.
I mean...
But instead, I'm here to talk about butts.
Yeah. They voted against you. Oh no, you said the butt word. I can't believe it.
I did say the butt word.
Wow.
So, how do you feel? Are about heroes? And maybe we should take some pollution down to 0. You think that'd be a good idea today?
Heck yeah! Kick all that smog.
Yeah, let's do that. And you know the best way to do that is with the power of heart. I mean Captain Planet for the Amiga.
I literally reviewed it when you said Captain Planet, or when you said heart, and I'm like, no, that's not the phrase that I expected you to say, but it works, yeah. Captain Planet, he's a hero, and he's going to...
He's going to be in this bad video game that we're going to make them play until the timer reaches 0. So...
Okay, that was good. I like it.
Yeah, this is real bad. I might argue this might be better than the NES Captain Planet. It's definitely got ideas, and they're not all implemented very well. Some of them actually are. Some of them are interesting. Some of them are not.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen the NES version. We've seen the Genesis version. Is it similar to either of those?
No.
Oh. Well, okay. Oh, and of course you gave Amiga, so it's going to be impossible for me to capture correctly.
I know. No, I gave them this. It's 6 levels, 1 for each of the Planeteers and 1 for Captain Planet.
Aha.
So that means we do have to deal with the power of heart, which is still the stupidest power.
No, heart is good.
No, you'll see when we get to that level. It's stupid.
Okay, but like with the power of heart, you can give people heart attacks.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
It's a good power, man. Yeah, don't underestimate. Okay, he looks like a kid, but he is brutal. He will destroy you with the power of heart.
I mean, you're correct, I guess, that Ma-Ti, right, could destroy your heart, or he'd just have the, Aquaman syndrome. He can talk to fish. That's great. Whatever.
Let's just say that for a kid, he was really dumb. He should have used his powers in different ways.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, okay, he was a nice kid. Whatever.
I mean, but I would argue if used improperly, he probably has the strongest power out of the 5 of them. but he's too dumb to know how to use it.
Yeah, and Captain Planet would probably like wag his finger at him, being like, "No, no, no! I didn't give you this power to kill people. No, no, You know, like, oh, like the guy from Jurassic Park. You know, Ned. Is it his name, Ned?
No.
Security guy.
Yep.
Yep, that's all I got. You know what? It absolutely would have been a better show if Captain Planet looked exactly like Newman. Okay?
I would be all for it. It wouldn't be any worse. But yeah, so we're gonna see this wonderful game on how to save the planet by lighting everything on fire and then flying with farts. Maybe we'll see flying with farts. I kind of hope we.
Yeah, I know nothing about this version, so I'm really excited to see what kind of trash we have.
So I made 3 GMs play it. One of them hated it outright.
Okay.
One of them laughed at me for giving it to him, agreed it was bad and great for Ku5ogrande, and say it reminded them of the game we had with the dog, right? Doofus, a long while back.
Now,
And the
Yagamoth.
third one,
Oh, just a second. I need to wag my finger at Yagamoth. You're not supposed to be in Twitch chat or listening to the stream. Same with Lady Rex. Yeah. Yeah, because he's in chat, he's gonna have to suffer by playing Captain Planet.
yeah. I mean, I purposely just to be on the safe side, I don't reveal anything about the game until it starts anyway. Right? Other than one of the kids has a power where they can fly by fart.
I mean,
cool. You'll find out as soon as you get there.
That's not really a spoiler. Farting is just
really.
great.
Not really a spoiler.
That's not the right screen.
The image of it is wonderful, though.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm ready. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Again, apologies for the absence, BBG. We can just blame Kowal.
Or me.
Blame Kowal for us taking a weekend off, okay? Everybody, I need you to bring out all of your emotes, the elements, hearts, planets, if you have anything environmental.
Dolphins, ozone fluid. We'll talk about that one too.
Ozone? What?
Yep.
Spam the emotes. Come on. I'm doing the countdown. Oh, this is Mindscape? Yeah, that's not a scary sign.
Oh, it's not one of their better games.
As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will be starting our timer.
All right. Well, I see Yagamoth already starting, and Yagamoth's already died.
Yeah, I heard that. That's good.
So the game is kind of brutal when you don't know what's going on. So welcome to Captain America, or Captain Planet, Planeteers. It'd be a better game with Captain America.
I'm not sure it would be.
Well, it might be. So you're going to see that screen a lot. You failed the Earth to fall into the power of the eco-villains. Probably going to see it a lot. Legitimately.
Okay.
So the whole point of this level is to destroy all the toxic waste. Right? So all the things that kind of look like toxic waste symbols, you got to destroy all those boxes, which you can do by just shooting fire on them. And then once you've done all of that, you have to get in your spaceship and go get some ozone fluid to plug up the hole in the ozone layer. And I wish I was kidding. I'm not.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
Oh my gosh.
Ozone fluid clearly comes from the same place that blinker fluid comes from. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but just bear with me. That's what it is.
Maybe if it's really cold, like really cold, you can do liquid oxygen. Of course you could do liquid ozone.
I mean, sure. So what they're gonna all figure out here is to move on in the level, you have to destroy every single one of those boxes, right, before you can move on. The spaceship actually has a lightning barrier around it that doesn't go away until you destroy all the waste boxes.
Lightning, the Planeteers' one true weakness. Oh,
It's true.
yeah, why don't any of them have the power of lightning?
I don't know. So there's a couple things you can see. You can see their lives. Their lives are like the little Erlenmeyer flasks up in the upper left-hand corner. And
Okay.
Don't ask me why. I don't know. Right? I'm not here to judge how. I'm not here to life shame Mindscape.
Wow.
Right? That just is.
Yeah, yeah.
And the bar below that looks like it's going down. It's not a timer or anything. It's literally how many of the toxic waste is left.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a multiplier.
So the multiplier next to it is the more enemies you kill, you get them like the little followers behind you.
Okay.
Right, and each one of those is effectively a multiplier for your score. So when you die, or if you have to jump recover, like this game has a mechanic that's pretty cool. If you're falling, you can hit the fire button, and like in this case, Wheeler will have a balloon that takes them back to the last platform, which is super useful, but using that destroys your multiplier.
Well, unless you can get extra lives with points, it really doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Okay. Yagamoth is walking on sunshine / clouds.
Yeah, Yagamoth's on clouds, but it doesn't really matter because Yagamoth still has toxic waste to go get. So you can see the white fire or whatever. It's actually electricity. It electrocutes you, and then you die. And you can only get rid of it if you get all the toxic waste.
I love it. A game that's all about like, hey, save the environment and kids are strong. Yeah, it turns out kids are not strong against being electrocuted.
It's true.
So pro advice, if you are a children, just don't touch electricity, okay? Or an adult, frankly.
Pro advice, if you are not trained on how to handle it, don't touch electricity. Legitimately don't.
I mean, yeah, I've told stories about like how my dad tricked me into touching an electric fence, but you know,
I made the mistake when I was in high school of there was a powered transformer that I didn't know was bad, and it turns out it was very bad. And when I touched it, I got hit with 5,000 volts. Never do that. It is painful.
Oh, yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've been, like, slightly electrocuted in Brazil when I lived there. Like, it ranged from, a very light shock, a buzzing going through my body, all the way to I jumped back 3 feet and screamed as loudly as possible. Sheesh! Okay, I don't know how, but literally all of the wiring that I ran across in Brazil was potentially deadly, like all of it. But also houses weren't really flammable, so it wasn't quite as big of a deal. They were made of bricks, they didn't really have any wood.
So, chat's bringing up the fact that the game uses the bottom part of the thing for a pointless picture instead of, gameplay. And I'm kind of here for it.
He's so happy, he's like, I'm getting married in the morning.
Yeah, look, there's the ring to propose.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually surprised they're not doing as well on this as they could be. If you sit long enough on the title screen, the attract mode for this game, right when it just goes into the demo, is literally the entire first level.
Wait, are you serious? The attract mode shows you everywhere to go?
Yes.
I love it. Well,
which is really helpful for this. It helps you kind of get a feel for what the game's supposed to do. But it doesn't really help you in the end because level 2 is still gonna wreck them. So every Planeteer has their own powers and their own like fall powers and everything like that, right? So Wheeler's I played levels 1 and 2, and it took me most of an hour. You know, and I've watched through all of it. Wheeler's like safety power is probably the best, right? That, you know, it's a balloon that puts them back on a platform, right? That's pretty useful. The one in level 2, well, we'll see it, and it's not that good. The fall safety power in level 2 might still kill you.
Wait, seriously?
Yep.
Oh, Lady Rex sees the exit. Not gonna be possible.
Yeah, you can't. So it's just high enough. You can't jump it. Now, this is one of those games that if you jump stationary, you don't jump as high as if you jump like diagonally. So what you have to do is go jump on all of the clouds.
Okay.
Right, and go all the way over. So Yagamot's already done that.
I support...
Right, knows what to do.
Yeah, I support Lady Rex's efforts to try and do
I
it
did
there.
it too.
Like, because it feels almost possible, and honestly,
Oh,
you know...
we're talking like 3 pixels off.
Whenever you're playing janky games, you never know. You never know. You might just be able to pull it off. In this case, no, but...
I sat there for a while doing the same thing too today to see if I could do it.
Yeah, if you've ever watched me stream a game, almost invariably I'm gonna find a place where I want to try jumping into the wall for like 10 minutes. It's just how I play, you know?
The chat's asking, do you ever get to play as Captain Planet himself? And yes, the last level is Captain Planet. you got to play one level as each of the Planeteers, and then the 6th level is Captain Planet.
Look at them go! They're both getting to the end.
So I got another question for you, bro. Do you like Defender, like the old arcade game Defender?
It's okay.
If that's what we're gonna do now.
Okay.
So you're in the spaceship, you get the laser, and so what you're trying to do, right, is get these polar bears. You gotta save the polar bears by keeping the ozone layer. That's that like gray thing, right? And so you gotta get these polar bears across to go to the South Pole. Why, I don't know. Polar bears don't live at the South Pole.
I don't see any polar bears. Where are the polar bears?
They're on the clouds. But so you basically have to make a bridge for them to go across with solid ozone. Now, I mean, ozone's not solid, but bear with me anyway.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that is a hideous and gigantic polar bear.
Yeah, the polar bear is humongous. So anyway, all of those balloons are dropping acid rain to damage the ozone layer.
That's not
cool.
So
you can save the that you can just like run into the acid and save it. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah, it protects the ozone. If you get hit by acid rain rather than the ozone,
doesn't do anything. Yep.
Yeah, you're fine. Actually, pro advice: do not go outside during acid rain. Okay, my recommendation. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So here's the deal, everybody. This is the bracket. The players are trying to survive as long as they can by doing as well as they can. Whoever makes the most progress in an hour gets the victory. The loser will be going on to the loser's bracket. And not a huge deal, you know?
Yaga can take the lead here by just getting some progress with one of the polar bears.
Yeah, and he's got a couple lives, so it's possible. Like, what do you have to do, though? How do you get...
So the polar bears, you can just run into them, and then they move and fall off that cloud to the next one down. They fall off the next one down, and all that, until they get to the ozone layer. And they can sit on the ozone layer, you know, because it's solid. Don't you know this? And...
Wait, it's liquid.
Yeah, and then you're basically playing Load Runner, right, by going to fill all of those gaps so you can get through. And you fill those gaps with the blue and
the sparkle.
The sparkle ball, which is ozone fluid.
Oh no! Yagamoth, you lost the ozone fluid. Oh, how could you? Well. Okay, so I'm really confused about this state of matter in this game because apparently ozone is solid, liquid, and gas. That's what I've learned.
You are not the only one. Yes, it's real bad.
Oh, maybe it's like in a hyperstate, you know, or
it's a Einstein-Bose
critical. Yeah. It's in a critical state. The pressure and the temperature is just at the right point that it can coexist as a solid, liquid, and gas. There we go.
I did give them the manual for this. Right, and what it says is for the fire level, that above the ozone layer are the only survivors of an endangered species of seal. The only way they can return to their natural habitat is to walk across the ozone layer, which is in need of repair. You must repair the layer by collecting ozone in the Geo Cruiser and dropping it on the disappearing layer to rejuvenate.
I thought they were seals. You said they were polar bears. Wow.
Well, I lied to you. They're seals.
Oh. How am I supposed to trust you, Corndan?
I don't know.
Well, then again, like, I think you know more about the animals than the developers of this game knew about states of matter.
That's probably true.
Oh my gosh. So the villain of this level is Sly Sludge. The next one is Luton Plunder.
Yes.
And then yeah.
Then it's not the win level, then it's the heart level.
And then the enemy of the next one is the Soviet Union. Being led by Dr. Blight. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It says that, oh, she's from the Soviet Union. Oh,
she's
never
from
mind.
the Soviet
I
Union.
got confused. I got confused about that. Okay,
So-
and then the heart level, you've got Hoggish Greedly with Rigor. Then Earth level, you go against Venomous Scum. Yeah.
Right, like it tells you what you need to do to win the level, and Yagamoth is not doing any of it. Right, Yagamoth is not trying to save the seal.
Well, you know,
Seals don't
what's
move on
more
their own,
important,
they're
the
scared.
seals or the ozone?
Well, I mean both, because you have to fix the ozone to save the seal.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, in that respect, Yagamoth is doing the right thing, right? But Yagamoth is making no attempt to save the seal.
Oh, they've actually got 15 ways to help save the Earth in the manual. I am actually pretty all about that, okay? Whenever possible, use cloth towels instead of paper ones to clean up spills or dry hands. Number 1. Number 2, don't waste energy. Sit around at home all day. No. Keep doors and windows closed when the heating is on. It's not about saving your energy. It's about saving electricity. Okay, use both sides of scrap paper. You know, you can do that, and then you can also turn the scrap paper sideways and write across it that way so that you have 2 layers of writing on top of each other. Yeah. And they're both slightly legible. Okay, plug electrical equipment into the mains rather than using batteries wherever possible. Who uses batteries these days?
Well, I mean, I do.
Use daylight. It's free and doesn't pollute. Okay, everybody, go plug your computer into daylight because it's free. Yeah, guess what? We're not going to be able to watch twitch.tv if we do that. Information about school. When using art materials, remember they're made from the Earth's treasures.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that phrase is so good. They're made from the Earth's treasures. Have fun with them and try not to waste them. Tell your teacher you'd like to start a recycling center in school. Use both sides of scrap paper and exercise book pages. You already said the scrap paper thing.
Yagamoth has fixed the ozone layer. Let's see if he
Oh, the bear!
There we go!
Or
He's
seal.
saving the seal. See, doesn't that look like a bear?
It looks like it's bear, yeah.
Like, I mean, with everything else kind of poorly drawn as it goes, I think that's a bear.
I'm. Okay, I love the music in this game, and I actually love the diversity of gameplay styles that we have seen in a single level.
And all of the other levels, right, are kind of the same. They're very sort of diverse, which I think is a good thing. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that they did try to do here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying they succeeded. You know, I think for 6 levels, they tried a lot to provide a fairly diverse way to play. Right. Every Planeteer is different.
Oh, yeah.
Their play styles are all different. The levels are all different. But the level design's pretty atrocious.
Oh, I would agree. Like, it's a mess. It's a beautiful rainbow-colored mess, but it's a mess nonetheless.
Right, and the levels are stupid long. I mean, Yagamoth has continued once, right? We're like 17 minutes in, and we're still on level 1.
I love it. I love it. Why does the ozone explode when it lands on the ozone?
Why are you asking questions?
It's very important. This is science, okay?
Because it's unstable, and so when it contacts the ozone layer, it explodes out into its gas.
Okay.
Don't you remember your chemistry class?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I forgot. Thank you, Corndan, for the lesson. So I'm looking. Another tip here. Find places that can use your old toys, books, and games. Give them to libraries, hospitals, or the Salvation Army. Okay, that's aged maybe a little less well. Tip number 10, take your own bag out when you go shopping. We're banned from doing that here because Utahns are good at coughing on their bags. Okay.
Same here. We can't use reusable bags. If you buy them there, like at that trip, you can. But that's the only way.
Push the seal, Yagamoth. Push him. Poke him in the butt with your ship. Yeah. Come on, baby seal. Giant baby seal that looks like a polar bear. You know, maybe you should just let this species go extinct. They're hideous.
So what you're saying is we should worry about species based on how cute they are?
Yes, absolutely, okay? Snakes? Ah! Spiders? No.
Some snakes are cute.
Well, okay, you can save the cute snakes, that's fine. But, like, the ones that, like, have 3 heads and, have, like, ultra venom that they spit into your eyes, no, those can die. Ugly seals? Whatever, I don't care. Yagamoth tried to use the ozone to kill this enemy.
I don't think you can kill him. I mean, the level's done when you get all the seals across to go to the South Pole from wherever the heck you're at.
Chad is completely right. He does look like Biff Tannen. By the way,
maybe.
Street and Hat Man, I did see your beautiful song, and I appreciate the creativity, and I am not going to sing it. Let me just say. But I appreciate it, okay? I want you to know I appreciate it. Okay, here's other...
Now Yagamoth saved the 3 seals that exist, so now he can fly up into the exit, land it, and be done. Do
you have to be careful there?
Yeah, like, man, these things, like, any contact is bad. So, we did tell them, even though they can do, right, like, Yagamoth can do the water and the heart levels now, we told them we have to do them in order left to right.
By the way, does this game have continues or passwords?
Yep.
Oh, good.
I don't know if they're infinite or not. So, level 2, the water level, her power, where Wheeler just had a whole bunch of fire, right? Gee, her power is an ice block. If you've ever played like Rainbow Islands, that's basically what this is.
Okay.
You can make the platforms up or down. Her falling power, though, is she makes a slide underneath herself and rides it down. The problem is, if you keep doing that and you hit the wall, you die.
Oh no! Oh, I love that. Well, Yagamoth will probably find that out. By the way, I've got an observation to make here. I've never described a music as sticky before, but I think I can with this one.
Kinda, yeah.
It's very sticky music.
So, you know, for this level, you have to go save the dolphin. So,
oh no, Yagamoth!
You have to make sure that the water pools are clean enough. They must be given a safe route from their tanks high in the sky. You gotta clean the water pools to pull out all the nuclear waste, to make it blue again before we move on.
Captain Planet, you really could have afforded a hot air balloon for all the kids.
I know, right? Like Wheeler's power is way better.
Yeah, this... Hey, I'm gonna make a slippery slope and die. Yeah, that's not a good superpower to have.
Her death sound is so good. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, this music is a jam, and jam is very sticky. I don't know. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this. I feel like if this were on DOS and I played it, I would probably love this.
It might be. I don't know.
At least as a kid, I would have loved this. Well, I can do a little searching in just a bit.
I mean, Kaiser and I were talking about it. It's not unoffensive. You know, it's not offensive, right? You know, as a game, it definitely has a lot of things that are wrong with it. But it's got a lot of ideas that are fairly, you know, decent enough, right?
Oh, yeah.
That at the time this came out would have seemed maybe reasonable or more reasonable.
It's reasonable enough for me.
I mean, so I think as far as the game goes, like, with like mechanics and stuff, like that's not the problem. It's like everything else that goes with it.
It also came out for Atari ST, this version. So it's probably fairly close to the same is what I'd say. Probably not as good looking.
Yeah, the Atari ST's probably close. The backgrounds probably won't be as nice.
Oh, they're hideous. I also like some of these sound effects because I swear they sound like my childhood, but I can't pinpoint where in my childhood. I'm gonna take a look through Mindscape's history to see if I can find anything that would make sense here. But you know, they made Wing Commander 2. They worked on a Euro Quest right around this time. They made Fire and Ice for Amiga. What else? Oh, they did the Chess Master games? At least some of them, yeah. That's pretty cool. Ultima 6 and 7. Pierre Le Chef is out to lunch. Oh no, maybe that's where I'm hearing these sounds. That's not my childhood. It was like last year, which still feels like my childhood.
Well, I mean, we are playing games from your childhood, so of course it's gonna feel like that.
Oh, I hate Out to Lunch so much, and it's all because of the ice physics. I'm sorry, I love this music.
Both Lady Rex and Yagamoth are both now on level 2, so I'm interested in seeing how Lady Rex deals with these stupid powers.
Oh yeah.
All right, so the big thing in this, right, where we played Defender before, this time we're playing.
We're playing Yagamoth got a network error. Oh no, come back.
Well, I don't have the network error.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm still watching. We're playing like a chopper sort of rescue game, right, with a sub.
Okay.
So if you touch anything and you die, then you get in the water, right, with the sub, And you have to pick up these big containers of nuclear waste. And you do it by like this teleporter beam or tractor beam.
Okay.
You can now also see where Yagamoth is. You do this wrong and you just die. Right as you run into the wall.
I loved it. He fell into the water and just tried. He tried to live. He didn't live. That's okay. That's okay. It happens to the best of us.
You gotta clean the water, fill the pool, save the dolphins. That's what you have to do here.
Oh my gosh. Listening to this music, the guy who worked on the music for this actually did the music for Wanted, Monty Mole. I wonder if that's the... Like, he programmed that whole game. He wrote the game. I'm not completely sure everything that he did on it, but he went on to do a lot of stuff, doing programming for Battlefield 2, various Harry Potter games. How about Wacky Races? The lead programmer for Wacky Races. That's right. The company that made the racing game that Scunny stole from.
I had Wacky Races as a kid. It was good.
Oh, it's... we only had the shareware.
So did I.
It was so good, though. Yeah, if you ever thought, hey, I want to play like one level of a racing game for my entire life. No, 2 levels. It had 2 levels. Oh, that was Wacky Wheels. Yeah. Wait, Wacky Races?
Yeah, that's the NES platformer game with like Dudley the dog and Dick Dastardly.
Oh no, the one that he worked on was for Dreamcast and PS2, and I've never heard of that. And yeah, there's no way that's okay. Okay, because it was made by Infogrames. That's probably why. Wait, the guy who did the music here went on to work for Infogrames. Oh no.
So what they need to do here, right?
Yes.
Is get in that sub. The sub is where they need to go.
Yeah, I know Yagamoth was trying to get in it, but accidentally fell before jumping into it.
Yagamoth somehow, right? And I'm amazed because I did not do that in my testing at all. Like, in all of the lives I lost on level 2. Right? I'm amazed that Yagamoth missed the sub, like, every single time.
Yeah, he did. Was it hard for you? Were you able to get in there relatively easily?
Yeah, I didn't have too much of an issue.
Okay. Like, you know, I'm looking at this, I'm watching it, and honestly, the game that comes to mind about this whole system here is actually Donkey Kong Country 2. You remember the spider on that?
Yeah, kinda. I mean...
Yeah, you had to create your own platforms. Eventually, they would disappear, and it was pretty much like cool mechanic, absolutely a nightmare to try to play.
Those were my favorite levels.
You loved those levels?
I did.
I hated them. But also, I was pretty terrible at any of the movement, and if anybody speed runs Donkey Kong Country 2, those are the levels of nightmares because of how difficult they are. Yeah, I like that Ku5ogrande is reacting, saying that this is the Rainbow Islands level.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, chat says hello to Cornchild. Always good to have Cornchild pop on by for a little bit.
Well, I mean, he's behind me, right, playing with the... So, they can kind of save the dolphins now, but it's not going to do them any good.
Oh no. Okay, why? You don't need to save dolphins in this game?
You gotta stop the nuclear waste.
Well, okay, so stop the nuclear waste and then save the dolphins.
Pretty much.
Okay. Like, I support saving the dolphins. The really ugly seals, not as much. But sure, save the dolphins.
These are kind of ugly dolphins, too.
Okay, I haven't actually seen them. Oh, there we go, on Lady Rex's side. That looks like a pig in water. I'm not gonna be, yeah. Water pig. Dolphins, the pigs of the sea. You know, I wonder if they taste like bacon.
I don't know.
Has anybody here eaten a dolphin? Not dolphin fish, but dolphin mammal. That's probably actually illegal. Don't do it.
I'm pretty sure it is in fact illegal.
I mean, probably depends on where you live. Oh no, the weird nature just killed Yagamoth.
No, it didn't. Yagamoth accelerated himself into the wall by sliding.
Oh, that's right. That's a wall. I'm sorry. I have a hard time telling the difference between walls and backgrounds in this. Because the towers themselves aren't walls. It's the pipes that are walls.
Right.
Because that makes sense.
Look, I don't know why you're asking questions.
I'm just expressing frustration. Okay, it looks like both of them have found Alucard, by the way.
Yep.
Okay.
And both of them have have gotten a single dolphin out.
Alucard's hair, it's deadly. It kills.
Everything about him said, like, you touch.
You know. Oh my gosh. If I die, then I want somebody to put like the crappy recording of the death sound from this game on my tombstone, you know, so people passing by can just hit the play button and hear.
If I die and I'm gonna have any death sound right on my tombstone, I want it to be the one from the Impossible Mission.
I have noted both of these preferences for later.
Okay.
Baizu, please don't murder us.
Would I do that?
So
Don't answer that.
So Faizu, thank you for being the only GM who kind of actually liked the game.
Yeah, I'm really strange in that I sort of enjoy this. And
I actually kind of like this.
You haven't played it.
Well, I like
think.
watching this.
Yeah, I mean, it has good ideas.
It has a lot of really good ideas, and some of them even occasionally work.
I don't care if they work. I want ideas.
Yagamoth, get in the sub.
Get in the sub. It's like get in the jar, except sub.
Like get in the zone.
Oh, he's
zone,
waiting.
But it's a sub.
I don't like AutoZone.
All right, so that little beam thing that he did.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta pick up the waste and go put it on the conveyor belt out of here.
I was gonna be worried that would be how you pick up dolphins. And
anytime you touch anything, though, you die.
oh, Yagamoth, no! This is amazing.
like walls, death. Lasers, death. Right, ground, death. This submarine is more fragile.
Wait, if you shock
Ego.
if you shock the floor, you die.
I don't know if I tried that.
That's
I think you get.
I don't know if I tried that either.
Yagamoth did that.
So this conveyor belt here that looks like it's going to teeth. That's what they've got to take it.
It occurs to me that this section of the level is kind of the opposite of most video games, where the water is safe and everything else will kill you.
Yeah, right. I do appreciate that the torpedoes, right, are little submarine shapes.
Why did the water turn red?
Yes, it does.
I don't understand. Okay, there, Yagamoth has that. Okay, good. You know what? Just let it crash anywhere, okay? A little pollution didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter, right? It's just the sub that matters.
What? Wait, okay, so I think Yagamoth... Let me go ahead and explain what I think happened. Yagamoth jumped out. That caused the waste to fall down, and the waste waste crashed in the water, causing the game to say, oh, you died. So she melted on the stage after getting out of the sub because of the waste. That's beautiful.
I don't know if that was because of the waste or if that was because the game thinks that when you're in the sub, it sets everything else to kill you. So when you get out of the sub, everything else still kills you. And so Yaga lost like 3 lives in a row. I don't know for sure.
We don't, and the game doesn't tell you.
I think
I've for the record, I finished this level. I made it to the next one, but I played this for a lot longer than an hour. But I still don't know.
Yeah, like the game tells you nothing
Goodbye,
about
Yagama.
this. Like,
he lived.
yeah, but he can't pick up the waste. He's still gonna have to die.
This game is so dumb.
I mean, he could maybe sort of Rainbow
climb.
Islands his way back up.
What a video game. Oh,
I respect the fact that this isn't just another crappy licensed platform, but it actually tries to do some unique and interesting things.
oh, I love it.
I love that it's not just a crappy licensed platformer. Instead, it's a crappy licensed platformer that tried.
Yes.
Yes. I'm actually in love with a lot of the ideas in this game and a lot of the failures in this game. They're amazing. They're so good. Like, anytime you can make me laugh because of some crap. Oh, Yagamoth's melting! Oh! See, I told you, it's because the waste fell. I'm 100%
Yeah,
set
you're right.
on that being the reason. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the container clearly breaks open.
And occasionally, if you try to grab the container, it just explodes. You know, I love RNG for crucial mechanics in a video game. That's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah,
I like
why not?
that. The thing is, destroying the toxic waste in this manner, although it kills you, it does actually count as progress for the level because it doesn't respawn them.
Oh, heck yeah. Honestly, I think the reason why that happened just there is because Yagamoth was moving just a teeny bit to the right, you know, pixels to the right, and the barrel starts right next to a platform. So if you're moving a tiny bit and grab it, that means that the barrel moves a tiny bit and immediately explodes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hey, I know my bad video games, Ku5ogrande.
You should by this time. You've seen enough of them.
Yeah, it turns
how
out.
cautious Yagamoth is now about that.
Yeah, but there are deadly submarines trying to kill you. What do you do? Oh, you just die. Okay.
Well,
I mean, it's a valid strategy.
you didn't need the lives for everything. Like, I guess, like in a speedrun setting, I would probably go do that, right? Like, knowing that you have enough continues, you can just die on the next level, right, and get all your lives back,
Oh, yeah.
right? I mean, I wouldn't do it now because Yagamoth only has 1 life left. But if I had a full set of lives coming into this, because Wheeler's level's not so bad,
Yeah.
I might just blow myself up on every single, it didn't explode there!
I don't know.
Wheeler's level is super time consuming, but it's
not-
really easy.
It's not hard once you know what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my gosh. I want this music to play forever.
The music is the best and the worst about Amiga.
It's perfect, okay? I've never heard a more annoying tune that I absolutely loved. Like, it's so annoying and perfect.
I find that even the worst Amiga music kind of has something going for it. Like, it's definitely music. Which is more than you can say about the audio for a lot of games.
Bye, Yagamoth. Enjoy sliding. The laser! This game has genuinely had several laugh moments, several comedic moments, and it's so good.
How has Lady T-Rex been doing? I've only just got here and we've kind of been focusing on...
Yeah. She's been focusing on the upper side, getting the water going, and trying to free the dolphin. So in some ways, it's a little bit of progress, but not a lot. Yagamoth's clearly made more progress by destroying 4 of the 5 nuclear waste barrels.
Let's see if Yagamoth can do it without dying.
On himself, but since they don't come back, I guess it's progress.
Oh, are you gonna do it, Yagamoth? Yes! It's jiggling. I feel like sending the barrel into spikes isn't a good way to, like...
It's a mouth. They're nuclear jello, right? It's the mouth of a giant 4-year-old. And they're just gonna go nom 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 on all the nuclear jello, and then it's fine.
Delicious. That tastes so good. Yeah.
I mean, Minicorn and I made nuclear green jello the other day, so it could be true.
I'm gonna go ahead and not eat nuclear jello. Okay? Actually, I don't really feel like jello at all anyway. Like, there's too much sugar.
So get the, the unflavored gelatin, and then you can make whatever you want. You could have, like, White Claw jello if you really wanted.
No, Corn Dan, no.
I mean, I didn't say it was a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it's
said you
not.
could have it.
Well, it's not a good idea, Corn Dan. That's a dumb idea. Wow.
But that's Justin if you'd eat it.
Yagamoth!
Poor Yagamoth, that's horrible.
Ooh, ramen jello? Wow, people in... You know what? In Utah, let me just tell you, green jello is, I believe, the state dessert. No, it's ice cream, but jello is a huge part of Utah's heritage, and it's kind of gross and disturbing that it is.
Well, I mean, it could be worse, right? You could have, like, was it tomato aspic, which is like tomato jello?
Okay. No, Yagamoth, you can't just drop it from that high up.
Well, you can, but that's what happens.
I choose to believe that was entirely deliberate.
The whole like Utah stereotype of jello is green jello with carrots inside, and I don't see any joy in that. There's no joy, just jello and carrots.
I mean, when I was in China, we ate. I'm trying to think of what the American term for them is. Popsicles. But they had sweet corn and green peas and carrots inside.
I've had corn popsicles. They're weird. Whoa.
They are so weird.
They taste exactly what it sounds like. Oh, I've had corn on pizza before. But yeah.
Oh, Yagamoth!
Yagamoth! Oh, you lived!
Oh, Lady Rex is found the sub and is attempting to
Well,
I can't tell you how much I kind of hate this level in particular.
tried to electrocute the baby subs. Yeah, that's right. Sub eats sub. That's what we've got here.
This level is terrible, right? I'm not sure the next ones are any better.
Well, this level's biggest problem is twofold. It's the sub's hitbox, like even just getting into the sub is not impossible, and the fact that her fall damage mitigation kills you if you touch a wall, and there are a lot of walls on this level. Those are the two things I loathe about this level. The rest of it I can kind of deal with. The third level has its own problems, and they are different.
And the fourth one has its own problems, and they are different. Yeah, come on, no!
No! And, what's funny about games is that most of the time we expect the players to do better than the GMs, but every once in a while there's just a game that I think maybe the stress of the match makes it so much less playable.
I mean, in this case, I think that they probably have made it further than I did in 45 minutes. Like, you have to understand just how badly this actually controls and functions.
I refuse to understand.
Our continues limited, Chad is asking, and the answer is I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue either. I stopped before I ran.
I am pretty sure, that, I mean, we have seen enough continues use here that, they're probably not limited.
Either that or it's a goal-go situation where you've got some really weird number. What was it for that, 52?
52, but that one actually makes sense. I understand why Golgo did it.
Yes, because that was the number of episodes in 2 seasons or whatever it was.
Yeah. It's 26 episodes in a season.
It's dumb reasoning, but whatever,
No, for what Golgo was, it made a lot of sense.
It's dumb reasoning, but in that game, whenever it kills you, isn't that like it moving on to the next episode, supposedly?
Yes.
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense in that respect. It's just you have to kind of know slightly esoteric lore about how many episodes there are in Japanese TV series.
And how many seasons it had, I guess.
Well, I mean, once you know that there's 26 in the season, it makes a lot of sense that there's 52.
If there are only 2 seasons, yeah.
Yeah, but it tells you that there, well, I guess it doesn't tell you. You'll find out when 52 is the last one and you have to start over.
Yeah.
And yeah, Doe Wolf has it right, to the original audience. That's certainly not something that's particularly esoteric or confusing.
Correct. Oh, come on. Couldn't it have at least exploded that one?
Yagamoth. Just explode it. Why do the laser beams have shadows? Look, don't worry about it, okay? They're like Quickman lasers. They're thick.
They're not lasers. They're just giant retractable glow sticks.
Yeah.
Just comes out and pokes you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Submarines are weak to walls and everything else.
Oh, you're too far right. Yagamoth. Okay, there you go. Yeah, if he would have grabbed it that far right, the barrel would have instantly exploded because this game is fair.
Well, I mean, I guess technically that's progress in the sense that all of them were exploded at that point in time. But it doesn't matter because he has to continue.
Okay, here's the main lesson from Golgo 13. If you're going to have a mechanic in a game that is so, surprising, especially to Western audiences, at least say it in the game, okay? At least have it somewhere that's obvious for people.
Is it in the manual for that?
I believe it's in the manual, but still.
So what you're saying is you don't read the manual and you're complaining about it.
You have to... Okay, we're going with Grandma has this game in her house that she bought, at a yard sale, okay? And you play it there. There's no way you're gonna have the manual. This is the 80s, okay? You can't find information out online. You just have to deal with what you've got. And Grandma, why would you go buy Golgo 13, first off?
I had Golgo 13 as a kid.
Yeah, did Grandma buy it for you?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe Grandma was really into the sexy interludes. Who knows?
The one that's not in the US version anyway?
Sure.
I managed to get my grandma to buy me the original Final Fantasy at a military thrift store.
My grandma bought me Final Fantasy 3 when it came out. That was my Christmas.
Aw.
That sounds pretty good.
My grandma was pretty awesome.
Yeah, my parents, I think they got tired of having us rent Final Fantasy 3/6. And so, yeah, I finally did get it for my birthday. And back then, JRPGs cost so much. I think it was like $90 or something like that. And that's, in the early 90s it cost that much.
I think it was 70 when it came out. It was more expensive than like a normal game.
Yeah.
I need to do some quick currency conversion here.
Like, honestly, it's surprising that game prices haven't really gone up at all. At the same time, there are a lot more people playing games now than they were in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, so, but I mean, a brand new game still costs about $60.
Yep.
And it's cost that way since at least the Super Nintendo era.
Yep.
I think that over here, at least, doing currency conversion and trying to remember what currency was like in the early 90s, I think that SNES games here were like $100. Like things like Super Mario World and so on.
Like, was it like 60 pounds?
Yeah, they were about 50 to 60 pounds.
Yeah, it'd been like $75 to $90, something like that.
And back then, I'm fairly certain the GBP to dollar exchange rate was closer to 1 to 2, but I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
I'm going to go ahead and say microtransactions, yeah, I'm very anti-microtransactions. Product placement, on the other hand, I think it's often hilarious, okay? Like Death Stranding, I laughed so much over some of the product placements and advertisements that happen in the game because they were so ridiculous. Absolute perfection.
As is literally everything else in Death Stranding.
So here's the thing. Yagamoth cleared it, right? So now Yagamoth has to go fill the pools and save the dolphin.
Yeah.
So it's still progress.
That is progress. And with product placement, I occasionally mind, I sometimes don't, but it's the same with microtransactions. Half of them I couldn't care less about. They don't impact me one way or the other.
It's when it's like an MMO that it really bothers me. Why? Because people suddenly can go and do all of this stuff because they paid a little money, and it's peer pressure. And I say peer pressure is bad. Anything competitive.
Have you been looking at the Final Fantasy XIV MOG station, noticing you can instantly level up characters to like level 70?
So dumb.
And what about the cosmetics though?
Cosmetics, I'm completely okay with those being there. I mean, simply
the
put,
fatter
like,
cat is pretty adorable.
I can be okay with like Fortnite having all these different costumes because if you really love that game, first off, it's free. Second off, you know, it's a way to just sort of be dorky. You know, you don't want to be the kid who accidentally spent $2,000 on his parents' credit card. You know, that's not exactly the best. But I'm sorry, we're talking about Final Fantasy 14 now.
No, we're moving away from Final Fantasy 14. Crazy Sunshine, go back in, close the door.
And if you guys spoil it for me, I will ban you.
We'll kick your booty. Yeah.
Yeah, you will get permabanned for that.
Oh my gosh.
Like, Faizu won't even tell me what's going on in some of these, so I experience it for myself for the first time.
Yeah, and permaban, I actually fully support that. You spoil something that is within the last decade or so, permaban. Like, I'd say at least before the year 2000, all that stuff is fine. Okay, if you haven't been spoiled already, guess what? You had 2 decades. Tough luck. Still, don't try to spoil it on purpose.
It's not the statute of limitations on spoilers.
That's my statute of limitations, yeah. Oh, yeah. No one spoils Citizen Kane. Good. Okay. Well, yeah, I know. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. You want to talk about the game? How are they doing?
Jaeger's having fun with hitboxes.
Yeah, but Yaga definitely is in first place right in terms of overall progress. Right, they've unlocked all of the or saved all of the nuclear waste. There's no more nuclear waste anymore. We did it, guys. And so now he's got to fill everything up, right? And you can kind of do the dolphins kind of same sort of time.
This music is still killing me, though. I want you to know.
Are you enjoying it, or are you enjoying it and hating it at the same time?
I love it. Like, I would never get bored of this, okay? If this music played behind me when I walked downtown or went anywhere, I feel like I would be the coolest cat out there, okay?
Yeah, but Justin would get upset by it.
Please. I think
Trying to remember
dance.
if I think Justin would get upset by this. No, I'm kind of with Corn down here.
I mean, not that it's bad music. You just have to hear. You're just hearing it too dang much.
I'm trying to remember if the stage 3 music was worse, and I have a feeling it was.
I'm pretty sure it is.
This is the sort of non-music that I spent an hour listening to, and then I just completely forgot it. And it'll probably turn up in my head in like a week, and I'll wonder what it's from.
It'll show up in the next Ku5ogrande playlist.
I want to put it in the playlist, okay? Unironically, I want to do that.
Do it.
Well, okay. Yeah, Pfizer just gave me the vote of confidence there.
I have no confidence in you. I just gave you permission.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have 2.5 minutes left, and I don't have any confidence in you. There. How do you feel about that, Faizu? Huh? How does it make you feel?
I mean, disappointed but unsurprised.
Wow. So at this point, I don't think Lady Rex really has a chance to catch up to Yagamoth.
I mean, I do. I do actually think she might, right? I mean, to catch up to where Yagamoth is, right, would only, I think, take a couple, a minute and a half.
Gotta
if she does
hustle.
the speedrun stats of smashing all of the barrels,
I think you could. But I think it's unlikely. But it's possible.
The eco-villains, I can't believe them. Seriously.
I know, they're kind of jerks. I think that Yagamoth is doing audio and is, I would assume, done now.
I still hear the audio. I think he's probably going to leave it on the screen because the music did not change at all.
Yeah, I was going to say he should fire up level 3 and give you a glance at the audio for that.
I think.
Was it good?
No.
No.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know. I can't remember.
No,
I remember that one of the levels
out.
had terrible audio. Is all I can remember. I think it was stage 3. I really need to oil this chair as well. I don't know if it's coming across on the microphone, but
No,
it's
don't
speaking
use
quite loudly.
oil. The eco-villains win.
But I'm not dumping it in the sea. I'm dumping it on my chair. Isn't that a good way of using it?
No, because what if you dump your chair in the sea? Then it's
Why would I dump
double
my?
that.
Actually, no, my chair is terrible, so it's possible.
You're not that far away from the sea, so it's not unlike that you wouldn't just throw everything out in a fit of rage and it would end up in the sea.
Yeah, you can
This
just
is
throw it
true.
out your window and bam, ocean pollution.
Pretty much, although
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm strong enough for that, and I also don't think my chair would fit through my window. But, who knows? It's worth a shot. Give me a moment. I'm going to go and try and chuck it out my window.
Please don't.
Faizu, are you an eco-terrorist?
Oh my gosh. Well, now that we know who the real eco-terrorist is, it turns out it's cats. That's time. The game's over. Well, Lady Rex had a strong beginning, but Yagamoth managed to get to the second level and figure out the submarine early on. That gave him a pretty huge advantage. And honestly, I think figuring out the submarine early is what made him take the victory today. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome them into chat. Yeah, how do you think they did?
You know what? For an hour, they did better than I did.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain
I did.
I'm pretty certain they did better than me as well.
Yeah, well, I haven't played this. Hello, Lady T-Rex. Welcome.
Hello.
And hello, Yagamoth. Yagamoth is just chilling here. Oh my gosh.
Yagamoth is the strong but silent type. Oh, there we go.
Hi.
That water stage.
I'm very confused as to why I've won, though. What happened?
Well, because you destroyed and got rid of more of the nuclear waste.
Don't you love it when people show up and say, I don't know why I won?
Yeah, it took me way too long to realize, oh, wait, I didn't save the dolphin, I killed it!
Yeah, so the game, not only does it tell you in the manual, the interstitial screen at the start of the level tells you what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
The problem is that the interstitial screen was there for when you are loading the game, and because we're using a magical version that has no loading, it appears for about half a second.
Yeah, I was taking a screenshot.
Yeah, it went so fast I couldn't tell, and while I was looking through the manual, it was hard for me to tell what was just flavor text and what was actually part of the objective.
Like, all of it is technically objective with, like, fluff.
But, you know, I was watching this and I really loved it, especially the music on the second stage. It's so good.
The music is really good.
I'll give the game that. The music's good.
Like, I think that I described it as sticky. It just sounded like very sticky music, but somehow it wasn't offensive to my ears. And yeah, I don't think I would get bored of that music very quickly. I love it. Well, yeah, I'm trying to think.
What? I'm curious what you thought of the game.
Yeah, overall opinions.
You know, aside from the water stage, honestly, the game definitely felt fine. It definitely felt a little weird with the second character, how their move to save them from fall damage could also get them killed by ramming into a wall.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie,
life.
that was funny every single time.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I love watching when Yagamoth picked up a barrel and immediately plummeted to his death. And the reasoning was that his submarine was a little bit too far to the right or a little bit too far to the left, and picking it up made it so that the sprite contacted the wall and immediately killed him.
Oh god, that happened to me way too often.
It's so funny to me, though. I laughed a lot.
I mean, I won't lie. I laughed the first time. I also don't know why one of the times I got in the ship, I just instantly died.
Captain Planet, he's the hero. I have no idea. I can't explain that.
Honestly, the only thing I'm sad about is that neither of us managed to get like, honestly, I doubt either of us would have made it to the final stage, but I wish one of us did, simply because according to the manual, the final boss is Duke Nukem.
Yes, which is canon in the show as well. In fact, I believe this Duke Nukem existed before Duke Nukem from the game Duke Nukem.
I just like to imagine it's like the actual Duke Nukem from the Duke Nukem series.
Lobbing grenades, machine gun. Oh, that would be fun. Yes.
I mean, it's not wrong, probably.
That's the crossover we need.
Well, thank you both very much. Yeah, Yagamoth, what are your last thoughts here?
Real quick, both me and Lady T-Rex were really confused as to why the demo was playing for such a crazy long time.
Yeah.
It is actually the gameplay recorded from the last player. So we were literally sitting here for like 5 minutes wondering when the demo would end, and we were probably just watching a complete full stage 1 clear of somebody playing before us.
Oh wait, is the demo doing your playthrough right now?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let me switch back. I thought you were playing the game. I thought you just loved this game so much that you decided to go back and play it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna quickly get a game over because I'm actually curious about that.
That's very interesting, actually.
That explains a lot.
That has a built-in replay, basically.
I guess so.
Yeah.
the way we have it set up is such a way, right? I mean, these hard drive based Amiga games, it's just a simple load. And so it's not even like I can say I played through the first level and then gave it to you, right?
Yeah, actually,
because I'm bad at the game.
Yeah,
so,
just taking a look a little bit, yeah, I see some of the movement that you definitely did, Yagamoth. That is fascinating. Like, I'd say that this game has lots of problems, but there's so many cool things that it tries to do.
Yeah, like I feel like with a bit more time, this could have honestly been a really good game.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like
it's got a lot of ideas, and every stage is unique and has its own movement controls and its own objectives and attacks, and is completely different. And that's fascinating to me. And some of them even kind of work.
Yeah, I do agree. Basically, one thing I was always feeling like if I ever want to or have to make a game, I would go to like some obscure DOS titles and just see what they did and probably make it or try to make it better. And this is exactly one of these games. It's like it has a lot of intriguing things going for it. I wouldn't say it's good as it is, but it's pretty interesting.
It's kind of one of the reasons I actually picked the game was because I like games that I can kind of go to bat for, that it's not just awful for awful's sake.
Yeah.
Right, that this game is kind of one of those games that there's so many things it did wrong, right? But like all of the things it did wrong in a way that it was interesting.
Yes. I completely agree with that. We're at the point where we're going to have to move on to the next game. Any final thoughts?
Just congratulations on winning, Yaga. Amoth, hope you do well in the second round.
Thank you, GG, and yeah, thank you for playing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Lady T-Rex is still in this, by the way, just down in the losers bracket where we've got some wonderful terrors waiting for you.
I am both excited and terrified.
You'll live. I mean, you better live. If anybody died because of the games that we gave out, that would be terrifying, okay? I don't want that to happen, so you better live.
Yeah, just if you die in Kuso, you die in real life.
Well, good thing there's infinite continues.
Heck yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we will see you later. Bye. Take care.
See you around.
GG's, both of you.
Everybody, go. Feel free to take off whenever you want, Corndan and Fizu, because I'm going to do the transition to the next game. Thank you all for joining and watching. Thank you to all the subs who have subscribed. I don't usually shout people out individually during matches because I want to focus on the games, but thank you. Your support is very much appreciated. Let's do
You
a quick...
are very welcome. I'm
Fizu,
saying,
did you
you're
subscribe?
very welcome.
Crap, you did.
I did.
Oh, did I?
Oh no! You owed me! Uh-oh. Well, while we
already been over
negotiate...
This is all mine anyway. We've discussed this.
Oh, crap. Okay. Well, while we negotiate the terms of their ownage? Yeah, sure. Thank you, Doohams, for the subscription. Let's go ahead and run a quick 60-second ad as I do a little setup, and we will be right back.
So you press the ad button and now only the cool people can hear me.
Yeah. Who here is cool? Who's a bad dude?
It's either the cool people or the people who have adblock installed, who are also pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not upset with people who have adblock on. That's completely fine. Like ads on YouTube definitely get a little more money than ads on Twitch. It doesn't, but even then, I support just blocking out ads. Stick it to the man.
As someone who is paid primarily through ad revenue, I fully understand that ads are generally terrible and accept that people will often block them for very good reason. And as I say, that's speaking as someone who is paid through ad revenue. But I should probably go so that you can get the next match all set up and ready.
Speaking about going, I think we are ready. See ya, Faizu. This is... This is Ku5ogrande, the bad video game tournament.